Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rum Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink and we know things.
And it is Tuesday, August 24th. Tonight, we're going to have a super extended Marvel Minute from Nate. Let's jump into it. Joe, I want to give you this one. So if we can have your horror corner recommendation.
A brand new effing flavor.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
kitten hole and all.
Yeah.
So, okay, so brand new cherry flavor on Netflix. This is so Jamie and I on just a little history on this. So Friday and Saturday nights, you know, Jamie and I break out the rum, and we typically like look for a movie or something fun to watch on one of the many streaming services that we subscribe to. And so, sure enough, like the teaser for brand new cherry flavor was, I don't have it up. I should have brought it up here, but it was, dive into the dark, mystical, back alley of Hollywood with, whatever and kittens.
I've got the overview.
Okay,
I have the one sentence here. A filmmaker
us.
heads to Hollywood in the early 90s to make her movie, but tumbles down a hallucinatory rabbit hole of sex, magic, revenge, and kittens.
And so that sold us right there. We watched the trailer, and Jamie and I destroyed this in like 3 days. And 8 episodes written by Nick Ancosta, who wrote another series called Channel Zero, which I'm really interested to watch now. That's also on Netflix. And he wrote, you said, Joe, some Hannibal episodes too?
Yeah, so he did the bulk of the end of season 3 of Hannibal. So all the Wrath of the Lamb stuff, he did like the majority of it.
Okay.
So yeah, the epic ending of Hannibal, he wrote that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Jamie and I got
season
through
4.
this. Yeah. And it's one of those shows where you don't know a lot going into it, obviously, and it just like it really built up episode by episode of, my God, what are they going to do next?
Mm-hmm.
So
in the creepiest fucking way too. It's not like,
right.
This is not for the weak stomach or meek personality.
Yeah, you gotta have some
Absolutely
constitution to watch this. But like, all I get is on the group chat of Andy of Joe, you have to watch this, and so I put it on. Don't even like watch the trailer. Don't even like. I read the synopsis. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Click start. Literally, just I could not stop watching it because it was that weird and fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I just watch? And I got to see what they do next.
Oh, right. I was super scared. As soon as I saw that Joe said this thing was fucked up, I went, wait a minute, how am I supposed to watch this? If she thinks this is fucked up, this is so far beyond Pluto for me at this point. I had no idea how I'm making that trek.
Yeah, so when I got to the elephant in the room, I'll say, that scene, like literally just put in the chat, okay, this is really fucking weird. And that's when Nate's like, okay, Joe thinks it's fucking weird. Yeah. But Nate actually watched the whole thing.
Nate,
I killed that in two days, and it would have been one, except that my mom came over for a hangout. But God, I wish I had been live tweeting that because I just live chatted it with you guys. It was
so good. No, that was really good.
Oh my God,
Nate, I am so proud of you for getting through this, man. Like,
thanks.
Well, no, like when you said, yeah, hey, it's on the list. It's on the list. I figured, you would get to it eventually. I'm like so stoked that you got to it now. But again, I just had, very little expectation for this, and it ended up being really good. The lead actress, Rosa Salazar, just fucking killed it, man. And then Catherine Keener,
Jesus.
Oh, I love her.
What really sold it for me was when the lady recognizes her in the aquarium,
store.
Right, in the pet store, and then they
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer, and then they do the research to try to find her house, and then she brings the husband. That whole sequence right there was just like, oh man, it was so good. It was it's just so.
Oh man, would she like kind of, I guess, lobotomizes them? Spoilers.
I know.
Poisons the
You
family.
need to hold their head, or they're gonna lose something more important than just.
Well,
this
then
night.
they finally wake up and they're like, "Who are you? Who are you?" Covered in spaghetti sauce. Like, what the
God.
fuck?
It was such a great exclamation point to that scene. But it was. I mean, I so hope that they continue this story, because now, Joe, you said that there's source material out there for this?
So like I did a quick look because it's based off of a book, and I'm like, okay, well, how much of the book did they actually cover? And I swear it's like only like 60 pages of a 300-page book. So there's
Right
more
on.
weirdness to come if they want to make it.
Nice. That's awesome. I hope they do. I loved it. I thought it was, like I said, it was just such an unexpected, out of nowhere, show.
I feel like we need to put this group chat in the show notes also.
I think so. I will. Yeah.
Where I said the fucking cats killed a coyote. This show is weird. That's the first tweet I have about it, and then it just goes, and then the response from Joe is,
summer child.
"No, just you wait." Oh yeah, I can't wait. You've only scratched the surface. Wah wah wah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
good.
I swear
Mazel tov. It's a kitten. Jesus fucking Christ.
I sincerely hope, though, that there's a variant of me that lives in a house of plants and kittens and witchery, because I would totally sign off on that.
Yeah, her greenhouse, except squatting is amazing.
Everything except the toenails. Her toenails, I'm like, okay, no, you gotta cut those things, lady.
And the bedroom basement hatch. I can deal with that. The bedroom basement hatch.
Yeah, and the recently dead kitten slippers. I could probably do without those too.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we should say that we're spoiling this show. Obviously, it's Good God. I never thought I'd watch a show where I got used to somebody birthing kittens orally. I never thought that would happen. If you would have told me that I would get used to that,
and that's
that to the side vagina birth.
I prefer to call it a kitten hole.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. I gotta go to where the chat was for the side thing, because I was like,
oh no,
wait,
well, you started with hey babe, my love handle's something.
Yeah,
it was like you were and then
fucking dick torrential. Yeah. Oh shit, pirate trap doors open. Fuck. Do you want to play, Georgie? Why is your face on? Too much Van Halen? Oh my god,
Jesus, I just got that.
How did you get past the coffee delivery? Fucking dick tarantulas. And then I wrote in caps, "No more throwing up kittens."
Yes. Oh god, that was such a great.
Here we go.
Give it 10 minutes, and then you're like, "No, go back to throwing up the kittens."
Right.
I was like, "Babe, why do my love handles look like apple pie?" Wait. ... Oh my fucking god. And Andy, parenthetically, I was waiting for this. But Jesus Christ.
I swear, Andy and I were probably sitting on our hands, just like, wait till it gets to episode 4. Wait till it gets to episode 4.
I said I want sideways vagina, not vagina on my side.
No, I think when Nate chatted that, like, all work stopped and I was just waiting. Like everything stopped. I turned off my phone. I was just looking at the computer, just waiting for him to get there.
So bad.
When's the what the fuck gonna come?
Right.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So bad.
Dude, elbow deep in her kitten hole.
Elbow deep in the side
was so hard to watch. Like, I've heard of being up in a girl's guts, but that just was literally up in her guts.
Oh my god.
Going back through this. Best night of sex ever with my side vag. Next morning, kitty tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll go back to throwing up kittens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I threw in there like, Jesus, both these ladies are going to win awards for this show because holy shit!
Right.
Oh my god!
Dude, in the creepy director guy, man, he needs an award too.
God, why does he look like he looks like a hybrid of like 3 different actors? But Eric Lang is his name,
right? Yeah,
like Woody Harrelson and some other people,
right? Like God,
right? Yeah.
Oh man,
super creepy.
Like I said in the chat, man, like marry that actor, dude, because he's fucking down. Like he did not bat an eye through the whole friggin' show.
Well, I mean,
which made it like
he was kind of batting a neck,
right? But
you know, like a girl shows you her meat in her side, and you don't call the ambulance. You just go ahead and stick some fingers in there. And,
well, you know,
Jesus, he was looking for his watch at one point.
Right? Yeah,
finger.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he left some babies in there.
Yeah, seriously, lost his class ring in there. You know.
Yeah. Will you help me with some sex magic?
Sure.
Everybody out. Take makeup and leave.
Oh my god.
Oh God! It was totally. I mean, that I don't know. It's just so funny because, like I said, I mean, like as an actor, you just he probably gets whatever he wants, and like literally, like he's never encountered anybody like that in any way, shape, or form. So it's something different for him. You know, it's like it's. So I totally I got that. Like I totally got that part of it.
Yep.
It's just, oh man, I don't know. It's a very well written way the fuck out there show.
It's an 8-hour Quentin Tarantino movie that peaks in the middle. I think the ending is not as strong as the whole show in total, but it definitely sets it up that this show could keep going if it wants to.
Yeah,
I just don't know where it would go from there.
Like I honestly, I was on board until the last maybe 5 minutes. And then I was like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I honestly, I felt so bad for Code. He got the shaft at the end.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
He got the letter opener. I stabbed him in the eye, but maybe I was too subtle.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. And then he got the Reservoir Dogs treatment. Like
seriously,
Oh my god.
Have an ear omelet.
They sent Jimmy to go kill her, and she almost ripped his head off, and comes back downstairs covered in blood. Guys, I need your help with something upstairs. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Again, with the ride or die, nobody bats an eye. Like, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
man.
Like you just met Code's girlfriend, and she's just like, "Okay, let's go deal with this."
Yeah. Hey, you know,
stay on my couch. I'll bury a body for you. Sweet.
Exactly. I know just where to do it too.
Yeah, and if you have an interdimensional trapdoor in your bedroom, that's where you dump a body, right? I think we can all agree on that. Instead of just some abandoned construction site in Reseda or wherever the fuck it was.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You figure whatever's down there is going to appreciate the offering, whatever it is. Right. A fresh body would suffice whatever's down there.
I don't know. When it turned out to be a white couch, I'm sure it wouldn't be down with a nice bloody body on it.
Well, yeah, I know, but I think it was so spacious down there that I think even if you just dumped it, you could easily miss the couch and keep the zebra print, you know, relatively clean.
You mean the white Jaguar?
Right. Yes, exactly.
Like Sex Panthers.
Oh, that's why they're white kittens. Okay, I'm confused now. What's happening?
Yeah. God, just
we need a spin off of this from the point of view of the birthed kittens.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, the ones that become slippers or what? Because there's no kittens at the end. I was kind of excited, like, oh, there's all these cute cats everywhere, and my surround sounds like throwing kitten mule everywhere. Thinking it's my cats. And then
only one became slippers, right? Or two. Okay.
Yeah.
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 One pair.
Right,
And
righty
she
and
threw
lefty.
up
Yeah.
a fair bit of cat, so
Yeah, working on a
we
baker's
there was a
dozen towards the
we
end
had a tally going. It was one per episode for a while. And then no, and then
I'd say
I
at
think
least
it's
a healthy 6. Like,
there's a true kitty litter, if you will.
Look,
She birthed. Yeah. um but yeah, again, just such a if you have the constitution for it and you like horror in any way, shape, or form, give this a chance. I think you won't be disappointed in this. Again, brand new cherry flavor on Netflix. It's there, and yeah,
we've already warned you about all the weirdness.
yeah. Yeah, obviously, if you're listening this far, you just got heavily spoiled. But hey, hopefully you stopped, went and watched, and came back.
Consider us your version of doesthedogdie.com.
Right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I got a decent streaming selection this week. Reminiscence on HBO Max. It's Hugh Jackman, Thanby Newton, who else? Oh, Rebecca Ferguson. It's written by Lisa Joy, who is the wife of Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan, who they all created Westworld together. So there's a lot of Westworld actors in it, and it's basically a sort of a Strange Days, Total Recall, sort of film noir mashup where Hugh Jackman is offering. You get a Strange Days sort of device put on your head to go into your memories, and that's his business. So he can actually go in and like if you lose your keys, you can come in, pay $50, put on the head thing, and he can walk you through where you last saw your keys.
That's funny.
So,
Nice.
Well,
yeah.
I was elbow deep in this girl. I can't find my watch.
Right, yeah.
Walk me back
Yeah,
through.
right. Oh, she pooped it out yesterday. No, so so anyway, Reminiscence on HBO Max. It's a really, really good movie. Jamie and I both loved it. So it was pretty good. So yeah. Nate. Marvel Minute?
Yeah.
Marvel More Than a Minute?
Wait, that was your thing. Hang on. I went mashed up the Marvel right into it. Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marvel in the last week here, or 2 weeks. I guess I'll kind of go in order. Early reviews of Shang-Chi are out, and people are raving about this thing. It's like 93% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, with 60 reviews. 65, something like that. It's getting really good reviews so far, and people are kind of saying that Simu Liu, the actor, the main star of the show, has the same kind of energy that RDJ did with Iron Man. I watched a couple interviews with him, a couple late night interviews, and he totally has that kind of aloof, super personable. Born in China,
Swagger.
Raised in Canada. Yeah, exactly. Not swagger a little bit, but just like a real cool, positive energy. He's a badass, and the martial arts in this movie apparently are freaking ridiculous. It's set in San Francisco for part of it, which is great. I always love movies that are set in SF. Awkwafina's in it, which is hilarious to say.
Yeah.
She's great in general, but I'm really excited. It comes out on the 3rd of next month, so a week and a half, something like that. Where are we at? And then, so we get Shang-Chi, excuse me, and then we get the Eternals the month after that, and then Spider-Man: No Way Home in December, and they just finally dropped a trailer for that, which got 10 million views in the first hour, apparently. People were so chomping at the bit for this fucking trailer. It got leaked early, so Sony had to release it the following day, basically. But I think we should talk about this trailer. Did everybody watch it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the Doctor Strange spinoff movie. Yay!
I mean, if you believe that was Doctor Strange, it's Mephisto. We're back to the WandaVision.
Good.
Everything
gravy.
is Mephisto. I know.
Seriously.
It's pretty great. I mean, everybody should go watch that if you're even remotely interested. It's pulled directly out of a run apparently of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man goes to Doctor Strange in the comics and wants everybody after Civil War, the Civil War events in the comic books, and wants to do the same kind of thing. Wants everybody to forget who he is, and the same kind of thing happens. Basically, breaks a multiverse. I love the way they do it in the trailer, where Peter's just in there yapping in the spell with Doctor Strange, like, oh, well, MJ's not going to know. Oh, and Ned, he's my best friend. Well, Aunt May. And then you see all these different time loops, and then everything just goes to shit.
Yeah.
The possibility of seeing the Sinister Six on screen, because they confirmed Jamie Foxx's Electro. Who else? The Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, basically with the laughter.
Yeah.
And Doc Ock. What's his name?
Yeah.
Shit. Alfred Molina, right?
Alfred Molina, yeah.
And Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. He's literally on screen.
Right.
I'm so hyped for this movie. Like, Into the Spider-Verse is my hands down number one Spider-Man movie ever made. If it has to be live action, I don't really know. I'm kind of partial to the first one with Tobey Maguire, just because I think they do a good origin story in general there. But I'm so excited to see what happens with this thing. And I really kind of wish they didn't. They have to put out a trailer. I get that, but I kind of wish they didn't put out anything. And just let people, just keep people on the hook, because you don't need to market this. Everybody knows what it is. What would be really cool is, let me hang on real quick. Let me finish my thought.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What would be super cool is if they had just put like little teasers at the end of all of the projects that they released leading up to it. And that could be your trailer, just in little bite-sized pieces. And then you put it all together.
That would have been super smart. That would have been super smart, especially with now that they're doing TV shows. You know, I mean, they could have easily split that trailer into, a few end credit scenes. And literally, let the internet splice them together in a full trailer. You know,
that's what I was saying. It's fucking nuts.
Absolutely, it would.
Apparently, they told us when this trailer was coming out in January. I just saw this on the internet today.
Okay.
There's in WandaVision, I think it's the first episode, where he goes, "What's the heart on the calendar for? There's something special about today." So apparently, that's supposed to relate to this movie somehow, because it was 8/23. Okay. the date on the calendar was 8/23, and it had a little heart on it. So, Jesus. I know.
I feel like that's passionate.
Andy's loving this. There's nothing not to like. I mean, you see him running through Feast in the black Spider-Man outfit too. There potentially could be a Venom thing happening there, because there's like a little dark, shadowy thing happening in the middle of that scene that nobody really knows what it is. But if they're going to do, if you have those three villains and they don't do the Sinister Six, which is like the biggest top six kind of villains of Spider-Man's enemies all at one time, you're kind of missing out. It's a missed opportunity.
Well, but what if you? But what if you set it up? What if you use this movie to set that up?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're going to do. That's what I mean, though, is if they don't do anything with it, it's going to frustrate the hell out of me. But that's just me being greedy.
Right.
We're going to see all the different Spider-Men together, live action Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
that'll be cool.
Well,
and I'm here for it.
I think putting the trailer out was a good thing for people like me who, like, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. So, like, I really didn't have much of an interest in this movie. But then I saw the trailer and I'm like, it actually looks really good. And, of course, it's got Cumberbatch in it. So, I'm a fangirl. I'm on board for that. But also seeing Doc Ock, I'm like, oh, I love him. That was my favorite part of, like, the original Spider-Mans.
Yeah,
so,
he's really good.
It did me a service, because now I'm like, oh, I'm super hyped for this. I'm going to watch the last Spider-Man movie, which I haven't actually seen. I'm fired. And get all prepared to go see this.
Right. The last one's good. Yeah. The last one's got, it got some great, I mean, he's I blanking on his name now. Tom Holland. Tom Holland's he's such a great Spider-Man, and he's really good. Spider-Man. And these are written really, really well. So
I really enjoyed the first one. I don't know. I just slept on the second one for some reason.
Right.
Because I did really like the first one and was like, okay, I'm on board.
Yeah. Well, the second one is arguably better than the first one. It just depends on how you look at it. But
yeah. Well, and remember too that it took Joe and I a while to watch Endgame.
Right.
And that Spider-Man directly referenced a lot of stuff that happened in Endgame. So I know we might have missed that. I know we missed when it came out. So we were like, I forget how long it took us to get the Endgame anyway. So
yeah, at some point I'd like to watch the Avengers and Infinity War and then all the stuff that's come out since and kind of catch up. Because I'm liking what they're putting out now, and I'm like, okay, I probably should have been not so poo-pooey on.
I think you officially owe a viewing of those things from a previous bet that hasn't been settled yet.
Oh,
so
shoot.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. So those are the two of the major things. The third one is the big Eternals trailer that dropped recently. Is pretty amazing. And I literally saw a headline. I can't remember who it was from, but I downvoted it. It was like Marvel finally introduces its version of Superman, and I fucking died laughing. Because as soon as I'm watching it, Richard Madden's shooting energy beams out of his eyes. I was like, Andy's going to be so pissed because this is his boy. And it looks just like it, like the effects. The aesthetic is great, and they did such a great job with the Superman, the Heat Vision and the Superman movies that they copied the aesthetic for this, and it's right. And they're not shy about it. They show it like 4 times in one trailer.
I know, right? They really banked on it. So I mean, he's got to use it at least 8 times in the movie, right?
I hope so. I mean, shit. I did a little research for you, though. Apparently, that is his thing, and that's always been his thing.
Right, and
he also has a bunch of other powers. Yeah.
Okay, because I watched someone else who probably didn't know a whole lot about them, and they mentioned that they have certain powers, that each of the Eternals have certain powers sort of specific to them.
Yeah. And so the way that works with the Eternals is they're all capable. It's cosmic energy, right? So think Silver Surfer type stuff.
Right. Okay.
They're all capable of the same power set. So they all have the same huge power set to draw from, but each of them specialize in specific things, like matter creation or mental manipulation or eye lasers or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
So. Yeah, it's interesting, and I think it's gonna turn things on its head too, from what I've read. So the whole thing with the Eternals is that, do you remember? Let's go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. You remember Nowhere when they fly into that giant head? It's like a space station, right? So that's the severed head of one of the Celestials, which are the most powerful things in all of creation. They're the ones that go around manipulating matter and energy and creating planets and fucking with different races on different planets to see what happens, right? So they created the Eternals, and they also created the Deviants, which are 2 versions of the same thing. Deviants are basically mutants, so think of it that way. Eternals are the perfect version of humans, and they're there to protect humanity from the Deviants, if that makes sense. So the Celestials set all this shit up, this conflict on purpose to see what happens, right? Okay. So Thanos is half Eternal and half Deviant in the comic books. So the movie it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the movies, because I think what they're going to do is try to tie in Thanos to this, like identify his parentage and go back in time a little bit on that and see where that comes from. So it might be, we might get to see baby Thanos. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm real excited to see what happens with the movie.
Yeah, because I just keep reading about the whole Eternals. It's like, why didn't the Eternals step in here or here or here or here throughout the entire MCU?
That. Yeah,
they addressed that in the trailer. Yeah,
in the trailer. But if Thanos is who you say he is, then shouldn't they have gotten?
Yeah, exactly. So in the trailer, they specifically say that they're not allowed to interfere with humanity unless the Deviants are involved. So
Right.
It's not you,
And
Marty. It's about your kids.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Half deviant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't count.
No, he's only half.
Not quite deviant enough.
Right, just one calorie.
You're the Diet Coke of deviant. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm excited for all the movies. The end of the year is going to be nuts. Like one movie a month. Andy's going to be just beside himself.
Well, I mean, right now, Oregon is we're getting our worst sort of case count COVID wise. I'm not going to a movie theater anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, fair point. I think everyone should probably not do that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's like I have not. We didn't spend the money to see Black Widow on Disney Plus. So like I'm still behind in that regard. So
it's good.
No, I want to see it. Like I want to watch it. I'm which is funny because I would have spent that amount of money going to a theater anyway to watch it.
Right. For sure.
But for now, I'm, like I said, we haven't, there was other stuff that we wanted to watch and sort of get out of the way but it's on the list.
For sure. And it's going to be free eventually. Yeah.
No, so. and that's true too. But yeah, and the whole timeline of it too. Like I know that they married it up a little bit and they explained some stuff in it, but that's another thing too, is that it's, so anyway.
It's not a must-see movie for the timeline, if that's what you're saying.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm getting at.
You can find the post-credit scene online, too. That's the thing that matters within the whole timeline.
Okay, that's the Lebowski rug? It ties the room together?
Basically. Well, yeah, kind of. It really has nothing to do with the movie, if you think about it. It kind of does. But and the movie's good. It's the best James Bond movie that Marvel's made so far.
Okay,
that's what I kind of liken it to. That's what the action pieces are like. Is a James Bond movie.
Got it. Speaking of which, that's finally getting released as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. To your point, with Delta going apeshit. We'll wonder what's going to happen with theaters. Like we had this bright little window. It's like things are going better, but we don't want to get vaccinated because we're dumb, and now things are getting worse. Like fuck.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that we really wanted to see Free Guy as well, but that's only in
God, so fucking good. Oh my god, I got to talk about that movie too.
Is that available on streaming?
Not yet.
I don't think so. Yeah, I'd be shocked if they don't do something.
Hopefully, give it a month, and they'll release it.
I do want to see that.
Some sort of, me too.
I'm kind of in a similar camp of just like I don't want to go out in public.
Right.
It's fucking amazing. I think I commented to you guys on this. It's the video game movie I wanted Ready Player One to be. Just a different story. But the way they executed it's flawless.
And I've heard I haven't heard a bad review from anybody that's seen it.
Yeah, it's glowing across the board from what I've seen.
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds. It's America's sweetheart.
Well, yeah, for sure.
He can do no wrong.
Oh my god.
But speaking of, I just watched an interview with James Gunn where he said that he offered because Taika's in Free Guy. He's the bad guy in Free Guy, right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, James Gunn offered Taika like a full role in Suicide Squad as one of the squad. But he didn't say which one. But and he was working. Taika was working on working on like an Akira project, I guess, that ended up falling through at the last point. And so he couldn't commit to the full role because of Akira, and then it fell through. And then he called James Gunn, and then that's when Gunn shot the extra scenes with him as the original Ratcatcher. So I'm totally curious as to what if it was someone that he was in Suicide Squad and he just recast it, or if they used another character altogether. Because if the time commitment was larger, I'm guessing that it was a larger, more sort of pronounced role. So
I was just looking up the movie, the cast, and Pete Davidson's in it briefly as Blackguard. His character's name is Dick Hertz.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just saw that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, geez, before I forget, quick flashback to Brand New Cherry Flavor. The main actress, it was driving me nuts where I knew her from. She's Alita. Alita Battle Angel. She's the stand-in mocap person, and it's basically her just with anime features in the animated version.
That's
it was
crazy.
Killing me. I could not for the life of me figure out where IMDb. There you go. She's Alita from Alita Battle Angel. And they had, if you guys haven't seen that, holy shit. The animation in that is photoreal. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah. Sorry, Nate. I didn't mean to derail yours, and I totally did.
Oh, no, you're good. No, there's no derailing happening. I think we're kind of winding down on my end, actually.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has any Marvel stuff that I forgot. I'm sure the lawsuit with ScarJo is still going on. From what I still haven't been able to confirm that they cut ties with her with that one crap post article that I saw from 2 weeks ago. So they're either keeping it really under wraps, or I'm not sure what's happening with that. What if? Duh. We were going to talk what if.
Right. Yeah. So, and full disclosure, Joe hasn't seen it.
I screwed the pooch.
And Joe, you would love this. That first one is a little choppy and still great, but kind of weird. The second one, I don't know how they do better than the second episode.
Fully discussed, guys. Like, I don't worry about spoilers with me. I'll probably just watch all of them right now when I get off.
Yeah,
this.
I don't want to spoil it at all, honestly.
Yeah, and only 2 are out as of today.
Yeah.
The third one drops tomorrow.
The third one. Yeah.
Right.
I just want to say that it's Guardians of the Galaxy related, and it's fucking fantastic. And I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, that's a good.
Because the first one is
what
Peggy
if
Carter.
Peggy Carter became Captain Britain?
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about that. That one's good. we
did. Yeah. We talked about that one on the last podcast.
A little bit, but and I don't know that we really got into it either. But so I kind of want to rewatch it because now was there. So you remember Joe Steve is all scrawny and skinny and everything, right?
He takes the serum and gets all buff.
Right. Yeah. And so anyway, there's a problem, right? That Peggy Carter has to go in and get the shot, right? And so anyway, she becomes all buff and everything, but then Tony Stark's dad is there, Howard Stark, right? Still doing the experiment and everything. And it's all very closely related to the first Avenger, obviously, and all those events. So there's a point where Peggy Carter as Captain Britain, if that's what. Now, did they ever call her that during the episode?
Captain Carter. Captain Britain is a different. Yeah, Captain Britain is literally like a British Superman.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay. All right.
Henry Cavill apparently in talks to play Captain Britain, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
That was for you.
Hey, no, you know what? I would love to see more Henry Cavill Superman, but man, they've, just Superman alone right now is such a debated topic in Hollywood. And you know what? Again, Tyler Hoechlin is killing it on Superman and Lois. He's such a good Superman, and that was such a well-written show. And I really liked how the first season ended and everything. I'm you know what? Any extra they give me Superman, I'm happy with. So Henry Cavill can do whatever and you know what? I mean, he's Geralt. Come on. Well, I can't wait for that in December.
He wants to be Superman. This is Warner Brothers just fucking it up again.
Well, yeah. No, absolutely. I totally agree. So now was there any reference? So Steve Rogers at one point when Captain Carter she's in the middle of a battle, right? And it's not going well. Steve Rogers shows up in like the Iron Man 1.0 suit.
Hydra Buster, Edward Stark.
Hydra Buster, right?
Yeah.
Was
right.
that did they yeah. Oh, hold on. Thank you for reminding me with that too. So they did they reference that armor at any point before he shows up in it?
Nope. No, that was one of the reasons why we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I was saying that, it's basically they recreate some of the major scenes from the first Avenger, but it's so choppy. Like there's so much that they miss. Well, they don't tell you that the Tesseract is powering it either. You have to kind of figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was I just thought that was a little too sort of out there.
Well, they needed a scene with Howard Stark going through and like testing the Tesseract and pulling out his plans and going, oh, I can use it for this or whatever. And then a build montage or something. Like it could have been 15 seconds and that would have helped a lot, I think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like even if you just saw the plans for it on a desk or something,
right.
And just like
in the same
power source.
Well, in the same way that they did in Iron Man, where he had it on different pieces of thin paper and then flattened it all out together, like that would have been a really cool callback because they do that all over the place in the show.
Yeah, so that was
like the bread and butter.
Yeah, that was my major problem. But Joe, definitely watch, and you could just watch. Watch them both. But after episode 2, we should definitely dig into episode 2 with Joe because. That's so great and so incredible.
Really yeah. By the time we podcast again, we'll have 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we could do a mid-season review kind of thing.
No, that's a great idea.
I'll do my homework.
Yes. Yeah, and you can watch 2 by itself. They're not serialized at this point. Apparently, they all come together at some point, but they're not serialized at this point.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's it for my very long Marvel minute.
Nice. This is just a random at this point, but Joe saying Hansel reminded me of this. So we watched the Space Jam: A New Legacy and it's just it's such a terrible movie, right? It's awful.
Is it really that bad?
The 15 minutes where it's Space Jam is great. The rest of the movie sucks ass.
Well, and it's so funny too because I the guys over at Corridor Crew, the VFX Artist React YouTube channel, did a Space Jam. They looked at Space Jam at one point, A New Legacy, and they brought up some really, really great points. And so basically it's a Warner Brothers basically showing you like all of their treasured properties, right? It's not just limited to Looney Tunes. Okay.
Yep.
And the crowd for the game is basically like Ready Player One level.
Yeah.
Easter eggs and everything, and it's the guys at Corridor Crew were just like, at what point does the background, you're so focused on seeing who's in the background that you're not paying attention to what's happening in the movie?
Yeah.
Well, there was like I don't know if it was a trailer or if they were just screenshots, but wasn't there a crowd scene where you could find like the guys from Clockwork Orange?
Oh yeah, well,
like the Droogs, and I'm like, this is Space Jam. Like, there's no Clockwork Orange in Space Jam.
Dude, it's
fucked up.
Pennywise is there. Pennywise is in the crowd.
Is there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought this was a kids movie.
Yeah. well, it's that and a LeBron James movie, which fucking the first half of the movie is just LeBron James is amazing, and God, I died a little bit every time I watched it.
Right? Yeah. The one good thing to come from this is now Xander is so Looney Tunes crazy that we've started to watch the old cartoons. And first I realized it was like total failure on my part for not introducing this earlier, right?
I kind of got to shame you a little bit for that, Andy, because you're as big of a Looney Tunes fan as I am. Right. I figured that'd be the first thing you should show your kid.
They don't age well either. I can't wait to see who his favorite one is. Like, please be Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh God, yeah. No. Well, so right now he loves Lola Bunny, obviously.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. And but he's also big to the Sylvester and Tweety cartoons. Nice. But so HBO Max has the entire run. Everything, all the seasons of Looney Tunes, all the shorts on them. So watching Space Jam has translated into an hour of Xander and I watching Looney Tunes per day, right?
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Together, which is great. And so the second cartoon I show him, Hansel. But, and then there's a mobile game called Mayhem of Madness, which is basically like a Looney Tunes fighting game, and they have every iteration of every character so they have a knight Bugs Bunny. They have the Leopold Bugs Bunny from when he comes in and makes the guy sing. And so I'll be walking around the house and I hear Xander, Leopold.
Oh, no.
It's so funny and it's so great. And so thank you, Space Jam, for being so terrible, but getting my son interested in Looney Tunes. It's been so fantastic and so great that
so mission accomplished, Warner Brothers.
Totally.
Important question. When are you going to show him what's Opera Doc? Or have you done it already?
I have not yet. He's also big into the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote ones. Yeah. And those are the ones that he's watching right now. But it also it prompted me. Well, first, like he is now asking for Looney Tunes toys, and Lego did a run of mystery figures after.
Oh right.
Yeah, where the little mystery bag, and so you can go on eBay and tell them which one you want, Mm-hmm. And so we bought like 6 because of the 6 that he wanted. So.
Is Looney Tunes in any one of those online, like any one of those video game world things that you guys have? Don't you have like a Lego Dimensions or something? Isn't there a Looney Tunes?
So there's Lego Dimensions. There's Disney Infinity, but there's no, because it's Warner Brothers. Right. Yeah, there's really no. Like I said, the video game. Now there are a couple of video games because I remember playing a video game on a console that was Looney Tunes based, but we couldn't find it, and we don't know where it is. We think it might be on. We're gonna check the Nintendo store and just see if it's there, but I don't know.
Shit, the last one I remember was there was a Tiny Toon. I think it was Tiny Toon Adventures game that I had on Nintendo, like the original Nintendo, or actually. Was it Nintendo? It was either Nintendo or Sega Genesis, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, something. But yeah, so anyway, we're trying to figure that out and trying to find that. But anyway, like I said, the one good thing to come out of the new Space Jam was was Xander's now loving affection for Looney Tunes and all things Looney Tunes. So.
Well, good to know you could find all the old school Looney Tunes, and by proxy, I'm sure Tom and Jerry on HBO or some kind of streaming service.
And the funny thing is that we started with season 1, episode 1 of Merry Melodies in like 1936 or 1937 or something like that, and it is a total Mickey Mouse ripoff. It is a complete and total Mickey Mouse ripoff. And so after looking at this, Jamie and I are looking at each other like, how did they get away with this? And
because copyright laws were shit back then.
Yeah, they were. No, and you change it just enough, but and apparently this was part of a like Mickey Mouse ripoff, like sort of onslaught that happened, and it was really crazy to watch it and see, like that. It was nuts. So
apparently there's a Space Jam New Legacy game.
Oh,
but I wouldn't.
No,
if it's as good as the movie, you probably don't want to spend money on it.
Yeah, right. I mean, if it's the guys playing Domball, I mean that would be fun,
Right. Yeah.
But hey, so.
That's cool.
Anyway.
They made a basketball with all the characters on it, so that should be on your list for Christmas. That'd be cool.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I love that he's into the Roadrunner and the Coyote. I want there to be like fake tunnels all around your house and
right. Yeah. Right.
Walk into the wall because it looks like a door. Like, God damn it!
Just holes all over.
Wow, your art's getting really good. That looked just like my bathroom door.
Right.
Acme rocket launcher.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, at least something good came out of that. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else is going on?
We got stills from Cowboy Bebop movie.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Roldy, Harold from Harold and Kumar as Spike. So yeah, like all the characters, they look dead balls on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I started actually watching. Went back and found the original series and started watching it because, like, I remember Adult Swim. They would play like this is when like Toonami first started, and it was like they would start playing like all the Brack shows and stuff, and then it would go to like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that.
Where did you find that, by the way?
Hulu.
On Hulu. Okay,
yeah,
nice. I can watch it there.
Which I was kind of shocked to remember that it's only one season. It's like a 26 episode season, and that's it.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. I haven't seen that in years.
But yeah, I just remember being younger and like I'd watch Adult Swim as much as I could until I fell asleep, and I fell asleep just around Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
like I remember the opening theme and was like, oh man, I gotta watch this.
Nice.
Nate, you said you watched the animated Witcher movie?
Yeah, holy shit, that was really good.
Okay, and this was definitely. and this is the training of Geralt, right?
Well, no, it's so the movie focuses on the guy who ends up training Geralt, but it's his story. It's not Geralt isn't in it at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I made it about halfway through that.
Yeah,
it's fun. The animation's great.
Okay, and they, if I'm not mistaken, his character is in season 2 of the live action of the series, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool. Yeah, I want to watch that. I really want to watch that.
Yeah, it's good. It's not a long movie either. I think it's an hour 20, hour 30, something like that. So you can kill it in one night.
Excellent.
But it's worth it. It's fun. It's definitely hyper bloody like Castlevania, obviously.
Oh yeah.
The intro is fucking brutal, actually. It immediately sets the tone, so you'll know exactly what you're in for by the opening scene.
Oh, nice. And then we're getting. Go ahead, Joe.
I say it was cracking me up because I kept hearing like recognizable voices, and I'm like, and like Nate, you said it was like Castlevania, and I'm like, wait, I know these voices. I'm like, that's fucking Hector from Castlevania. That's Dracula from Castlevania.
Yeah, Graham McTavish is in it too. He's one of the big guys in it.
And Laura Pulver is in it from Sherlock. She was Irene from Sherlock.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I missed your voice.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I hope they keep it going too, because there's so many stories they could tell that aren't like mainline stories in the world. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nightmares. Oh. The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf anime creators hope to get their sequel. Apparently they've already planned one out.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
Toss a coin to your animated Witcher. Nice bio. That's funny.
Dude, with all these adult anime coming out of Netflix, I say keep them coming. I'm loving all of them.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. We're getting another Mortal Kombat Legends movie, Battle of the Realms.
Yes.
Which I wish they would. We talked about this when we discussed that movie. Like, why wouldn't they just do an origin story for every main, like the original 8 or something like that? I know it takes forever to do animation of this quality, and it's super expensive and all that, but. Yeah. I just want it. That's what I want.
I know, yeah. I want to know how everybody...
for it.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So, anything else? You guys got anything else?
Yeah. We're shooting Xenomorphs.
That's right. Oh, God, I totally forgot. Yeah, Aliens. Fireteam Elite, Nate and I busted that. It came out yesterday. It is a first-person shooter, and it is... Dude, like, you are a Marine,
Colonial Marine, it's
Colonial Marine in like full Aliens timeline, and you have the guns. They sound exactly like they do in the
pulse
movie.
Rifles sound like pulse rifles.
Yeah, the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Exactly.
It's so good. And so Nate and I spent about 2 hours killing aliens last night. And
it was later.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they do such a great job recreating the world of the aliens. It's like it's super tense. You're walking through the tunnels. It's only 3-person squad kind of thing.
Yeah.
You've got different roles. There's a demolisher that gets the big smart gun, like Vasquez. Super dope.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, and how much is this?
It's $30, I think, or $39.
I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, and it's not cross-functional, which fucking sucks because then we could all play together.
Never mind.
I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass.
Okay. But I still, I wouldn't be able to play with you guys, which would be the whole point.
No, which would be a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God, boo.
One of us is going to have to change.
I've got an Xbox. I'm waiting. So the xCloud, once they get that, xCloud just got updated with all the new hardware, and they're supposed to allow, you can use old Xboxes all the way back to the Xbox One to access the cloud. So I'll be able to play all the new games on my old ass Xbox if I have Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So once that comes out, I'm probably gonna run that for sure because it's so much less expensive than buying $70 games. Yeah. Especially if they keep getting these AA and AAA titles on day one, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be there at some point.
Okay.
Excellent.
But
come to the green side.
Yeah. Yeah, Aliens Fireteam Elite, definitely check it out. It is such a fun game and it's so worth it so far. So but yeah, let's shoot some more aliens tonight, man.
Oh yeah. There's literally moments where you're like, there's contacts everywhere in front and behind. They've got the little radar with the binging noise and everything.
Oh,
yeah,
so
they did a really good job in recreating the sounds and using the sounds from the movie as actual functional sort of equipment in the game, and it's fantastic so far.
I was kind of surprised at how effective the bots were. So it's not meant to be played by yourself, but you can play it. It's a 3-man fire team, but if you don't have anybody to play with, there are like the synthetics from the movie that take the places of your guys, and they're pretty good actually. They're
the second run, the bot killed more guys than I did.
I mean, you didn't have to throw your business in the street, Andy.
Dude, it took me a while to get to sleep last night because of that. God.
I got a screenshot of that result graph too.
Damn it. I hate that.
Oh, that's funny.
It's one thing to make me feel like less of a video game player than getting
outgunned by the synthetic.
God
well, I told you when I mentioned it last night, I was like, "Don't be mad. It's like being upset that the Terminator outperformed you." Like, it's a bad thing,
Yeah. So, anyway, but no, it's totally worth it. It's really good, and you guys should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at the depth of customization too, because you have a character level, you have a class level because there's 4 different classes, and then on your weapons advance also. The more you use them. So, and there's different pieces you can put on a different muzzle brake or a magazine or a optic on different stuff. It's cool, man. I just got a flamethrower yesterday or today. I found the flamethrower. Nice. Yeah, it's like, but now I have to choose between the smart gun or the flamethrower, and I'm having a real hard time with that choice. But yeah, super good, worth it. Definitely try it.
Awesome.
All right. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
All right.
Yes. I wish there was couch co-op because it's the way the screen is set up. You could have 2 people in the same room playing that game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be cool. I've heard they cut a bunch of stuff from the game, so they're actually planning on developing this for a while because they have seasons apparently built into the deluxe edition, which I didn't see.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe we'll get that eventually.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully we get crossplay soon. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Shred.
Got to get a little Rum Regret.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Aliens team
live stream that shit on Twitch. That'd be great.
Dude, totally. Totally. Yeah. Oh, all right. What are you guys watching? What are you guys playing nowadays? If you have the balls, check out brand new Cherry Flavor on Netflix. Let us know what you think of all the Marvel news coming out, especially of What If, and hopefully next time we will talk about that one. You can find us. There you go, Joe. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. You can find us on Twitter at Rum_Regret. You can find us on Facebook at the Rum and Regret Podcast. Joe, where can they find you?
Joe Chickadee on the socials and joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they find you?
Sure, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your gaming platforms of choice. And I wanted to tease a potential crossover event with Grognostics happening on the 11th of September, potentially. It's still kind of a tentative date, but that weekend for sure. Where it's where craft beer meets the unexplained. So it's kind of X-Files and craft beer. I'm excited. So once we get that locked down, I'll let everybody know. And should be a good time. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, follow them. I think their Twitter is just Grognostics.
It is at Grognostics. It's phonetic.
Yeah, at Grognostics.
Sound it out.
Okay. Yeah. You can find me at Crazy Drake on Facebook, at Andrew Drake on Twitter. And until the next time, we have spoken.
No more throwing up kittens.